Hey, this is Logan Shinholser, CGN. So this past week we were in Philadelphia for the Pinnacle Experience, really cool conference, and I actually sat in on a panel as we talked all about technology in the home improvement and design build space. So we're gonna go ahead and show you some of the really cool highlights from it.
What's up, it's Editing Mike. Before we actually jump into this video, I just wanted to say that we shot this on the fly, no tripod, no professional camera. I actually used my phone for this, but the information was too good to not put it out. So if you're looking for like a highly edited masterpiece, this video is not it, but there are a ton of gems and golden nuggets throughout. Hope you guys enjoy it.
Logan Shinholser, former SeaWorld diver, now presently owner and CEO of Contractor Growth Network, digital marketing agency helping you essentially take all the great stuff that you guys do offline and put it online so people know exactly what it looks like to work with you.
So let's start with a topic that's on everyone's mind and kind of dive a little bit into AI. And I'm thinking about AI as it's going to pertain sort of to jobs and sort of seeing what that looks like about jobs. What are you seeing about AI, and like, is it going to take everybody's jobs tomorrow? Is that what's going on there?
AI's been around since the 50s. So it's not like this is a new technology. And it goes through what's called summers and winters. Summer's like, oh, we got AI. It solves all the world's problems, and everyone's really hyped on it. And then we realize it's not going to solve all the world's problems. And we go into a winter, and then we realize, well, maybe it is going to do some good. And then it goes back into a summer. So it kind of goes in this peaks and valleys for 75 years now. So with that being said, it is not a new thing by any means. I think right now with ChatGPT, everybody's loving it. It's the first time that like they kind of served it up on a silver platter. So now we're like, wow, we can use this. But it's been around for forever. And like for our company, I mean, we're a marketing company. We're talking about the content. Like I had it help me write a job description for a role I'm hiring for. And I had two candidates when I asked them, you know, why'd you apply to this role? Both of them said, this was the best job description I have ever read in my life. So it wasn't like I could just say, ChatGPT, write the job description, be done. I had to go back, update, tweak, things like that. But essentially, what it did was it just took my company and made it from like, in my mind, you know, maybe like how I could do a 7 out of 10 job description, and it made it a 9 or a 10 out of 10 to the point where people are applying specifically for it. So kind of going off Ryan said, it's not gonna solve, you know, your marital problems, but what it can do is take something that's already good and make it great.
So jumping off of what you said for a sec, yesterday in the design build track, there was also this conversation about using ChatGPT for job description.
Oh.
How many of you have used ChatGPT to write a job description? Okay, a few of you. So I have not, but my understanding is, to your point, it just puts jet fuel on that job description, and it makes it, you know, you can obviously tweak it and change it, but it gives just a really, really great sort of scaffolding for you to start.
Yeah, if you come find me after this, I can give you the job description so you can see, because like the whole goal was like, I want my company culture to come across in this job description, because I only want people that are gonna like embody it to apply. So if you come find me, I'm pretty loud. I'll give it to you, you got it.
So on to another topic. I was talking to a friend of mine recently in the industry, and we were talking about technology, specifically market-facing technology, and how, you know, there's been a lot of consolidation on the home improvement side. There's been a lot of big companies that have gotten bigger, and if you are a smaller company, what do? You know, how do you compete? And one way is that if you have really powerful market-facing technologies, you can look like a much bigger company, even if you're a smaller company. And I just, so in one way, tech is a differentiator. In another way, tech is an equalizer. And I just kind of wanted to get your thoughts on that observation and see, what are you thinking about that?
Yeah, so whether we love technology or we don't like technology, we gotta use it. Right? You may want to dig the hole with your hands, but somebody with a shovel is going to beat you. So that's really kind of how I view all the technology stuff. And again, it's really here to help, especially like right now, my wife and I are about to remodel our basement. And the companies that are sending us the Google Calendar of when the estimator is coming out, those are the ones that we're looking for, because we're tech people. You know, hey, do you have a project management software? Oh yeah, we use Buildertrend or a JobTread. We look for those things because we want communication, and you either are gonna have the PM call us every single day, or we have a software that both parties use. So it really is gonna help enhance what you do. And like, just by a quick show of hands, who here has ever struggled to get a client to leave a review? Like on Google or Facebook? Maybe it's just, okay, so some of the room, I guess everybody else has the best clients in the world, but like, we use a software that, it's not our software, it's called Nice Job. It's the one that when you're done, at a restaurant or getting your oil change, you click a button and it sends out a notification to them to say, would you mind leaving us a review? And if they don't do it because everybody gets busy, then it reminds them 3 days later, and it just continuously reminds them. And like, we have a client, Peter over there, Peter, how many reviews do you get like immediately from them? Like 4 or 5? Yeah, so he just increased his review count by 10%, which as a consumer, that's what I'm looking for in a company. So lean into it. It doesn't have to be you that does it. You may not love social. Find somebody on your team who's really good at TikTok and have them do it. So it doesn't have to be you, but it's got to get done.
So speaking of tech getting you to second base, so say you are a remodeler or a home improvement company and you've identified that you have a hole in your tech stack, you need a piece of technology. How do you evaluate different vendors to figure out which one is the best one to suit your needs? What are some tips and tricks there?
Are you going to use it? Like, we all get very excited about tech, and we do a ton of video, and we have a lot of people that say, I want to do video on my own, and they go out and they buy the $4,000 camera and the drone and the gimbal and all this stuff, and they've never filmed a single thing in their life, and then now essentially they have $8,000 worth of equipment that just collects dust. So when you're looking at the vendors to use and how to figure out who's going to be the right partner is, one, kind of going back to what Ryan said previously, if it's already a process that's in place, and now you add tech into it, it makes it easy, you're going to be good to go. But if not, and it's like a new process that you have to learn, we've gone through it, everybody's gone through it, find a vendor that will actually like white glove the onboarding for you. And I'm sure like Rilla and Builder Prime can talk more about that because they are straight up in the tech space, but like the customer experience and customer success, like it's no longer customer service, now it's client success to make sure that it is a proactive approach to making sure you know how to use the tech, you're actually going to do something with it, and then you become an evangelist for it.
Multiple challenges about onboarding tech, and I think some challenges are around the technology itself, and I think some challenges are around your team. You have a lot of team members, they have different relationships with technology, there may be some generational differences there, and there may be different uses, like some tech not only requires that you learn a new interface, but it also requires changes in your systems and processes to accommodate that new piece of technology. So technology is all about change management. And I'd be interested in hearing some tips for kind of making sure that that change is as smooth as possible.
We learned this the hard way, probably just like everybody else, where I remember about 1.5 years ago, we were switching our project management software, and I see my team back there kind of smirking because they probably know exactly what I'm talking about, where we tried to update to a new software and update all the systems and processes all at the same time. So you're really learning human behavior on top of this new technology, and the reality is, it's like a one card to another. The buttons are there. You just have no idea where the button is. And with this specific one, we couldn't find the brake pedal. So we're like, oh no, we're in trouble. So what I really learned through all of this was slow it down. Like, I talked to my wife about this because she works at Wells Fargo, and what I learned from her was these big companies, they are always changing. But the difference is their change plan is over the span of 18 months. And they have consultants come in and give them a whole game plan. So it's kind of this trickle down effect. So by the time that the plan's down all the way at like the lower level, the top's already changed again, but it takes so long. But in smaller companies, the change, it's like, hey, yesterday we used software A, tomorrow we use software B, everybody get a good night's sleep because we're rolling in the morning. And it doesn't work like that, and that's what I learned. So it really was, now when we do it, it is a soft rollout where let's either get the software down first, then shift to the actual systems and processes, or do the human side first and then figure out the technology piece after that.
Okay, so roll it out slow. So what else?
Oh, yeah, sorry. Roll it out slow.
Yeah, I got
okay.
I'm reiterating.
Oh, okay.
One more question. I'm sorry. I think I saw Peter.
At what point should a company consider consider hiring like a technologist to oversee the candidates?
At what point should a company hire a technologist?
I think once you can do it, do it. It's like hiring an in-house content manager. Like, take that off of your plate. But like, especially like there is an entire industry of like, it's called like marketing technologists whose goal is to piece all the things together and make it happen. Now, somebody needs to, in my mind, somebody needs to own the tech. And whether that's you as the owner at first or you hire somebody else to do it, like an outsourced person, then you bring somebody in-house, but somebody has to do it. So I would say as soon as you can afford to make it happen because then everything grows really quickly from there.
I hope that this was informative and interesting for you, and thank you so much.
All right, if you want to see a quick recap from this event, go ahead and click this link right up here.